Peer review is a process used by some journals. The process improves the credibility of the articles because several experts in the field reviewed certain types of articles before publishing them. So, how can we tell if the article was published in a journal that uses the peer review process? First, search a library database and check the peer-reviewed filter. You can find the limiter either right below the one search box on the results page or on the advanced search. Then double check the label above the search results. They should say peer-reviewed academic journal. Thirdly, you should examine the full text of the article to make sure it is the type of article that your instructor requires. I'll explain more later. If you didn't find your article through our library databases, simply Google the name of the journal. For example, JADA journal. And then you can see usually that it's peer-reviewed journal from Wikipedia. In this case, Wikipedia is pretty reliable, but you can also go to the official homepage and look at the About page. Sometimes it's called Journals Aims and Scope, and you can do Control F to search for peer. As you can see, they do publish peer-reviewed article. After you have determined that the journal is peer-reviewed, you still have to look at the articles themselves. Not all article types in a peer-reviewed journal go through the process. For example, editorial, letters to the editors, news and book reviews do not undergo peer review process. When your teacher asks you to find peer review article, they usually are wanting you to find original research, case studies, or systemic reviews. In this issue of JADA, the articles in the section articles are the ones that's mostly either case reports or research article, and they are labeled as such. Let's take a look at the PDF of this research article. Original research articles are usually labeled as article, research articles. In this case, it's labeled as investigation. These articles typically have the following parts: an abstract, which is a summary, introduction or background, methods, results, conclusions. At the end of the articles, it usually also have a long list of references, as well as tables and figures. Let's look at another article found in the library's database. Click on Access Options, then PDF. This article is a review article. It's not a single original study. Instead, it reviewed multiple studies that had been published on the same topic. You can see that it has multiple authors, and you can see the authors' affiliations. There is also a publication trail to see when the article was received, revised, and published. That's a good indication that this article went through the peer review process. It also has an abstract, introduction, materials and methods, And at the very bottom, it has a long list of references. Review articles provide high levels of evidence. To summarize, use the peer-reviewed filter on the library databases. If you didn't use the library database, you can go directly to the journal's website and search the About page to find out whether it is peer-reviewed or not. Just remember, even in a peer-reviewed journal, some types of articles are not peer-reviewed, such as editorials and letters to the editor. Most often, your instructor wants you to use research articles, and there are some features that you should look for. Not all the features will be present in every single article, but they usually do have at least an abstract and references. If you're not sure, ask your instructor or a librarian. Good luck.